Hello everyone, welcome. Today we're going to be doing a competitive deck in Standard Best of 1. So if you've played a bit of Standard Best of 1, you'll probably have played against like a lot of soldiers maybe, a little bit of Grixis like this, maybe some Esper, mono red, mono blue. My favourite deck is Grixis. Grixis is one of the best decks, probably the most popular and maybe also just the best deck in Best of 3. A little bit less popular in Best of 1, but you still see it sometimes. I think the main reason why you see it a little bit less in Best of 1 is just because I don't think people have really adapted the list for Best of 1 yet. So I've tried to do that today by playing up some more copies of Brotherhood's End, like some more cut downs than you might see in a main deck in Best of 3. That's just to handle, because Best of 1 is a bit more aggressive format. You see more soldiers decks than you would in Best of 3, for example. So we're just trying to adapt. Another thing that we've got is Wandering Mind. This card was not played in Grixis for a long time, but has got popular recently. So we're going to try it out here in Best of 1. I've been playing it in Best of 3, and it's been really good. So hopefully the same applies here in Best of 1. You can see the general changes that we've made from the stock Best of 3 deck, just to make it more stable in Best of 1. It's just a little bit more removal, not a ton. Like maybe one more copy of Brotherhood's End, because you'll normally see 2 in Best of 3 main decks. We're going for 3. A little bit more cut downs, and then a little bit less of the grindy cards. So a little bit less Bankbusters, a little bit less Appraisers. And Grixis Command is another Brothers War card that has rose in popularity recently too. Just works really well in Grixis because you can make good use out of all 4 modes. The lifelink and +2 or 2+1/+1 counters on your creatures are very good, because our creatures, despite being cheap, they're pretty beefy. Like there's 3 power, 3 power, not so good on a Wandering Mind of course, but you can use it on Sheoldred. Then you've got destroy each creature with power 2 or less, which can be very effective if clearing up especially in Best of 1. I think this card might actually even be better in Best of 1 than it has been in the Best of 3 decks, and it's already good in Best of 3. And because you get so much value from your creatures, returning up to 2 creature cards from graveyard to hand, that's just crazy good, right? If you say you get a Harvester back and a Corpse Appraiser, or a Wandering Mind and a Sheoldred, you're going to get so much use out of those 2 extra creatures. And then each opponent sacrifices a creature with the highest power among creatures they control. So that can be good. In some spots where Invoke Despair can be awkward, like say they've got a Wedding Announcement token and a Sheoldred, you're able to use Grixis Command instead of Invoke Despair, and that will actually let you get to the Sheoldred and remove it, whereas if you used Invoke Despair, they're just going to sack the token, right? So yeah, Grixis is one of my favourite decks in Standard. Very fun. This is actually the second time that I've recorded this video. First time I recorded it wrong, and I went 6-0 with this deck. So we're going to play 4 games, and let's see if we can kinda make it to 10-0. Let's go. Alright, we're in. Game 1/7. Let's go. This seems like a very good hand. Turn 2 removal, turn 3 Fable, possible even turn 4 Invoke if we get to attack with our Goblin Shaman, so... Don't know what we could be hoping for other than this. Mono red, huh? Okay. Hope to get a good hit with a Go for the Throat here. We do. Nice. Invoke not at its best against mono red. We'd actually probably rather have our Grixis Command that we've added, but if we can get it off on turn 4 on the play, then it starts to look a lot better. For the Feldon, we'll take 3. We want to get rid of the Lounge and one of these lands, I guess the River. Here's a Brotherhood's End. Definitely going to go straight into Invoke here though. Get that card draw going. And this is looking nice. We would like to kill Feldon without actually dealing damage to it if we can.
It really is.
Might not be possible though. Okay. Okay, so our first real choice here. We're gonna attack, we're gonna make a treasure, 5 mana. What do you do with 5 mana? You cast an invoke? I think. Get rid of the Feldon, get rid of one of the Kamanos, deal 2, draw a card, and kinda remove a counter from your opponent's next creature too. We're on 9, so it's a little spooky, but I'm not too scared. Okay, scratch that, we're on 6. And now we're definitely scared. Alright, first question, do you have lethal? Do we have lethal? No. Okay, next question, how do we pass the turn with 6 life left? Because we don't want to spend any if we don't have to. We've got 3 Painlands here though, which is a little on the awkward side. Let's attack. That puts us to 6, and then we can do Fable with a Braid for the squee, and cut down on the Kamano with our last 3 mana. And now we are threatening lethal next turn. And hopefully this Goblin Shaman is enough to deal with whatever they are going to spend their other mana on. Lightning Strike, that's fine. Any damage that doesn't go face at this point of the game is good for us. So the Corpse Appraiser is a bit bigger than the Wandering Mind, but with this many Painlands in this game and that we're playing against mono red, I think we keep just basically keeping 1 extra life here by keeping the Wandering Mind, even though it's a smaller card. Yeah, let's even use the treasure here to cast this. Take their squee away. Take the make disappear for sure. Cut down. And we should, with the counter spell, we should be safe here. We've even got the 2 treasures, so we can even get the Wandering Mind down. Yep, maybe we should use the treasures again. Scary Painlands. Painlands they're amazing lands, but they're a little spooky against mono red though. At least when you're this low. That should be it. Alright, good first game there. Mono red will be one of the harder matchups, but not a bad matchup, because that's the good thing about Grixis, is that you're able to fight against anything. It doesn't really matter what your opponent's deck is. You've got tools to beat them. You're never going to be massively favored. You're never going to be massively unfavored. You've just got a good, solid, consistent deck that can fight against anything. Now, you would rather not play against mono red, but sometimes you have to, and as you've seen, you can win, so that's good. Let's go to game 2 or 8. Okay, game 2/8. Now, this I think has to be a mulligan. I'm really scared of not having an untapped land on turn 2. Such a nice hand otherwise, but... yeah. Okay, this is a little weird too. What do we put away? Brotherhood's End, maybe? Maybe the Harvester, actually. This way we can do Bank Buster on turn 2. Bank Buster on turn 2 here, and then we can clear up any creatures with Brotherhood's End if we find a red. But holding up Bank Buster with Make Disappears is so effective. If they cast something that's scary, we counter it or remove it. If they don't, just go ahead and use our Bank Buster, it's fine. Yeah. It's no problem. Looks like they're holding up a removal spell anyway. So we can just chill. Sheoldred. Yeah, okay, we'll let that resolve. Go for the throat, and we have the cut down for the Misery Shadow. Don't want to counter the Sheoldred because we can use the counter spell to protect against invokes here. So that wouldn't be too bad. Hopefully they casted invoke. Okay, another Sheoldred. But this time I think I'll draw. We'll draw and we'll kill the Sheoldred on our turn. And we've still got the counter for Invoke. And we've got our own Invoke, which we might be able to get down soon. They just attack. That's the power of Bank Buster, so either they play into the Make Disappear, and if they don't, you just draw a card. It's fine. The Braid is nice. We can use that on the Mishra's Foundry if they go for an attack again. Alright, let's start getting our own stuff down now. We know that they've been holding up a removal spell for most of the game, so we can expect this Corpse Appraiser to die very fast, but still get some value out of it. Here's our own Sheoldred. Fine. A land wouldn't have been bad too, to be honest, but yeah, there's Invoke. Oops. Did I do the wrong thing there? Casualty, please. Now, next turn is a bit more... I'm a bit more unsure what to do next turn. Is it Sheoldred? Or is it Invoke? Okay, looks like they're holding up something again. Okay, so I think I will go for the Invoke then. Don't want to play into their removal if we don't have to, and this... Because we're getting to draw 3 here, we might get a land and another counter spell for their next Invoke. Well, we got the counter spell, but not a land, that's very awkward. Not only awkward, very bad too. Now we're in big trouble. Because we've got all these cards, but only 5 mana. Okay. Well. Oh, this sucks, doesn't it? This sucks. Damn. I think we are... Gonna have to do this. We might even have to chump the sleeper with our bank buster. Okay. Lily is okay, I think. So they could cost them another 3 mana to go to 5 power. And they can animate the Foundry, and that would put them to... that would put us to 1. But that is fine. So we can crew the bank buster in response to the -2 here.
I've come for answers.
And we just have to take the hit from the sleeper. It's gonna hurt. But I don't think we're dead yet.
One of your friends has to leave.
That's fine, that can't block. Okay, we'll save the Abrade for the Mishra's Foundry. Ooh, man! What an awkward game. What an awkward game. So we've got Brotherhood End, and Abrade would kill the sleeper. The problem is that we'd put our own shield down to 2 toughness, and then they can block it with the Foundry. So I could do that and then not attack. Which is a little weird, but maybe the play. Let's try it.
Knew this was a waste of time.
They can draw here, but of course they would pay 3 life to do so, which seems a bit ambitious. And I mean, if they draw, they're dead, because then they can't animate the Foundry. So I guess we are doing that. Passing. What a struggle. What a struggle this one's been. Not having the counter available is really rough. Gix is okay. There's our invoke, and that should be it. What a strange, strange game. So many cards available, but just really hamstrung by the amount of mana we had. But found a way to squeeze it out anyway. And I'll see you for game 3 soon. Okay, game 3. Hopefully this one's a little easier than the last. This hand is very good. Asterisk after we draw our 3rd land, which we did. Very nice. Let's see what they do. Tap land there is great for us. Okay. The eternal choice, to bank buster or to make this appear. think we should go for the Bankbuster. Not too sure what they're playing yet to know whether to hold or not there. Right, now I think we do. If I had a fourth, important to note, if I had a fourth land in my hand, I would have played the Fable. But without having a fourth land, I think we really need to try and make sure we find that. Okay. Okay, it's gonna be like that again, is it? Alright, hard mode. Hard mode. Right, well now we have to play the Fable. I expect that we're going to lose our token, but hopefully we get to do the loot, because the loot is really important here without the land. We found a land. Let's get rid of 2 creatures. More lands, please. More lands. Thank you. So here we've got Counterspell and Bankbuster draw available. Very nice. Let's see if we can save yet another hard mode game. They have their own Bankbuster. Okay, that's fine. We'll draw. There's Grixis commands. Alright, what do we do here? Yeah, I think Fable Pass is fine. Just keep churning through. I would feel a lot safer with another counter in hand, but we'll make it work without. Sure. It's important to keep track of what creatures are in the graveyards when you're playing a card like Corpse Appraiser. So there's 2 creatures in the graveyard right now, which should be plenty. There is our counter spell, that's good. Let's get rid of Brotherhood's End. Keep the rest, probably. Could maybe get rid of the Harvester. Yeah. Okay, fine. Crew up, get in. This puts us on to 7 mana available. Do want to be as efficient as possible. So I think we should play the Corpse Appraiser. Because we've got Grixis command, we can play the Corpse Appraiser, we can eat one of the Harvesters, and then if they have a removal spell for Corpse Appraiser, that'll put 2 Appraisers into the graveyard, and we can use the... we can use the get return to creatures mode. And then getting 2 value creatures like Appraiser back would be really sick. We're basically cruising now. We just need to keep churning away, keep digging through the deck, but never overcommit. In fact, this might just be lethal now. Yeah, that'll be lethal. We can crew, we can attack for a lot, we've got our own invoke. And that's another clean win. So that's 3-0 for the video. I'm actually 9-0 with the deck now. One more game. Can we go 10-0? Alright, final boss. On the play. We'll keep this. We do have a Go for the Throat, which will be nice for activating these Corpse Appraisers. And if they don't play any creatures early, so that would leave our Corpse Appraisers dead. We still have the backup of just drawing off of the Bankbusters, right? Okay, so because we've got these Corpse Appraisers, playing Bankbuster could be a little slow. Let's just remove one of their creatures here, and then go straight into the Appraisers. especially with a Invoke Despair in hand, right? We want to make sure we're hitting these lands. Okay, losing a Brotherhood's End against soldiers, not ideal, but we did find a land, so one land away from Invoke now. And our next turn's pretty good anyway. We've got Harvester, Bankbuster, maybe Bankbuster and a draw. Okay, well just draw another one, I guess. That's pretty good too. The Thalia is a bit awkward though. Still think we want to get this Bankbuster down though. We've just essentially cast a 4-mana Bankbuster, which doesn't feel great, but we've got the safety net of this Brotherhood's End, so we don't really want to commit too many more creatures right now. Because we don't want to lose a lot of our own creatures to our own wipe. But opponent is somewhat forced to play creatures, which is good, and that's probably the best one for us. And I think we're gonna do it, guys. I think we might be doing it. Clear this board, get another Corpse Appraiser activation. Cut down, go for the throat or braid. So cut down we do have available this turn. Yeah, let's take the cut down. Get in with the Bankbuster. And this looks pretty good so far. Okay. I regret my cut down choice. Yep. Invoke, let's see what comes out of the AO. Hopefully nothing too crazy. Hopefully something that dies to cut down. Okay. That is something that dies to cut down, but we can't actually use it yet. Alright. Great AO for them. All of a sudden it's we got ourselves a game again now. I thought the game was won. Got to admit it. But definitely not yet. We're still looking decent though. I'm a little bit concerned about having 2 of our Brotherhood's Ends already used. But we've still got a 3rd one. And we've got the Grixis command as well. And importantly, the Bankbuster just threatening to crew. Preventing them from having any attacks right now, which is great. So I think for sure we want to cut down the Veteran. And then we can eat that with the Corpse Appraiser too. Oh no, we can't. Oh, I got the Denic. Uh-oh. Okay. Small error. That was actually bad. Alright, refocus. Can they attack? They still can't really attack, huh? So I guess we will go for a draw here. I'd like to get the Harvester down, but with 2 Pain lands available, don't think we want to cast it. I mean, if I didn't have the Bankbuster, then of course I would just play it right, it's fine. But we've got a reasonable other play here. It's a good draw for them. I might have messed this game up with the Appraiser. Right at the death. Grixis commando. Brotherhood's End. Cut down. Okay. Cut down is great. At least we can stop their card draw here with the officer. And that buys us a lot of time. If we play the Shivan Reef, we've got 6 mana left, so we can play Fable and get another draw off the Bankbuster. We're kind of just digging for this last Brotherhood's End or the Grixis command. It's very nice for them. It gets them another draw. The problem is that I do kind of want to draw off the Bankbuster on this turn. Because then if I got the Brotherhood's End, I'd be able to cast it, right? But the issue with that is that then I'm not threatening to block with the Bankbuster anymore. And then they're just free to come in. They're already coming in with a lot, to be honest, but... At least we are not dead on board. Which is all we can hope for right now. Veteran is okay. That's another turn where they're not using the veteran, so another turn where we're getting to draw. Okay, and here we've got a little trick in the upkeep if we need it. So we can go to our turn, we can draw, and because the Fable activation is coming, there we've got 2 lands, so we don't have to, but we could have drawn again off the Bankbuster. And then that would let us make maximum use of the Fable, but we don't have to here. We didn't find it, huh? So now we've got 3 creatures, they've got 5, 8, they've got 9. But at the moment they're getting in for 12 damage past our blockers. Draw with Bankbuster puts that down to 10, 8, 6. So I think now we can actually afford to draw with the Bankbuster on our own turn. That's a lot of lands, but we do have 2 blood tokens here. And I still don't think we're dead yet. 32 cards left in the deck, so we should hopefully find something soon. Myrel, okay. So, spoiler, we didn't, but... Whew. Myrel is very scary, of course. But she doesn't kill us in 1 turn. So that's okay. Here's Invoke Despair. So Fable would draw us 2 cards next turn. Invoke will draw us 2 cards this turn. We get a blocker if we play Fable. We kill one of their tokens if we play Invoke. Yeah, let's... Because after we cast Invoke, we've still got 2 mana left. Like, we might find some sort of removal, right? Maybe a cut down or something. Obviously, they're going to make a huge, huge, huge board after the attack. But, importantly, it's just a bunch of tokens, and they all die to Grixis command. Okay. Can we live? I don't know. Maybe? Maybe. Okay, so we've still got the pump here, yep. So, Grixis command. It's gonna kill my rail. We want to kill this veteran for sure if we can. Let's see if we can do that. We'll chump the my rail. We would also like to kill the Denic, because the Denic won't die. Although actually it may be worth keeping the Denic alive. Because they do have enough mana to replay it. Let's see. Or they have enough mana to play the backside is what I mean. So this would be taking 7, 9, 11. We're going to 4. We're going to 4. We are going to have a Corpse Appraiser and a Goblin Token alive. They're going to have a Thalia and a Denic after we use Grixis command. That seems scary, but just about fine. Grixis command. Sack highest power and destroy 2 or less. We're on 4. It's good that the Myrail is dead now. That means that we can actually go back to Croon or Bankbuster. Cathar is scary. But we are able to crew. In fact, Cathar is very scary. Wow, I'm very surprised that they killed the Bankbuster. Wow. Okay, now again, I think we're just about alive here. Here's a Harvester. Just get it all down. Woo! We're on 1 on board. Wow. What a final game. Wow. What else do they have? We've still got some really, really good top decks here. We've also got a blood token that we can use. We've got 2 stage 2 fables. Alright, let's start digging. Fable. It could be good enough. We might want to hold here. We've got the Harvester that can remove the Denic. And then we're just facing some ground creatures. Let's try. They're gonna have 3 cards in hand next turn, so there's a good chance that they'll be able to flip this Cathar. But we do have quite a lot of creatures, so hopefully that's not too bad. Or hopefully it's not too bad to lose one of them. And we've got another Fable stage 2 next turn. We've still got the blood token. Just hopefully we can avoid flyers. A second Cathar. Now it's starting to get spooky. Wow, they didn't use it. Alright. Very interesting. Yep, keep digging. Hold. Corpse Appraiser. Okay, well, we're gonna cast that. For sure. See what we get. We get a Brotherhood's End. Wow. Okay, I think we actually let them flip their Cathar first. We hold. What an absurd game. Because I suspect that if they flip their Cathars, they're going to either eat our Corpse Appraisers or our Kikijikis, and then if we kill those Cathars, we will get those back. Either of them is fine. What, 3? Okay. So they're going to flip 3. They could eat all of the tokens, but even that would be fine, right? We would then get to activate all of our Kikijikis and we would still get a ton of value that way anyway. The main concern that we have now is that we're going to kill this Denic, and then they're going to be able to play that as a flyer, for which we do not have an answer at the moment. So we could copy the Corpse Appraisers here, but as we saw earlier in the game, the Denic would be blocking that trigger anyway. But I guess there's no reason not to copy these though. Make some treasures. There's a Bank Buster. Let's get in. So they could block with the Cathars and stop us getting the stuff back after the Brotherhood's End. But again, we would still get this all back. At that point, we wouldn't even have to use the Brotherhood's End, right? So that would be fine. Here we go. Oh, man. We're actually going to get to eat the Denic here. That's huge. Take a cut down, make disappear, not looking too hot right now. 13 cards left in the deck. Draw. Get all the draws out, gain a bit of life with our Sheoldred. Draw! 10 cards left in our deck. Okay. Wow. A worthy game for the 10-0. And we take it down. What else is there to say? Huge. Did you have fun? I did. Alright, we're back. 4-0 in games in the video today. I also won another 6 beforehand, so that's 10-0 with this deck in the Mythic ladder, which is very, very impressive. That's extremely hard to do in best of 1 with any deck. But we've managed it, and all of the changes that we made to the deck to port it over from best of 3 into best of 1 all paid off. The extra cut downs were great. The extra Brotherhood's End was great. We went down a bank buster, and it still felt like we had just the right amount of cards to keep churning away. So we didn't feel that too badly. The Grixis command saved us massively against the Myrel attack, and yeah, I would say mission successful. So if you like a deck where you feel like you can compete against any opponent, where they're very skill intensive decks because you've got so many choices, you see so many cards that all of these small decisions that you're making on each turn, they add up to a win. Or if you make a mistake or two along the way, then it might cost you the game. And that's my type of deck. If you see that if you play well, which I think we did generally, apart from when we cast the Corpse Appraiser into Adenic, I think we played pretty well there, and we got rewarded with 4 wins. Happy days. Thanks, guys. See you next time.